911, what's the location of your emergency? The city with a transfer for 7950 Ayers Road in Anderson Township. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
There was a shooting next door to the house. There were some kids that were blocking off, there were 3-4 cars blocking off the road, and one kid was running around brandishing a weapon. He went back to his car, and it looked like it was a fake weapon, but then I kept watching, and then he was screaming something, and he went back to his car and he pulled out another weapon. It looked like a Kel-Tec or something, and ran up the back driveway of this house that he has been going up and down, and said, "Fuck yeah!" And then all of a sudden you heard him running down there, and you heard pop, 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 and then the 3 other cars sped off. Now there's one car back that's leaving in a quick fashion, and a Jeep that's still sitting out front, and I think it's taking off.
Okay, do you remember the other vehicle that was involved that took off as well?
It was a little difficult. I wasn't trying to get real close to them.
Okay, nope, I completely understand. And about how long ago would you say this was? Like just
now? 2 minutes ago. I've been watching them for like the last, there's a few minutes. I've been watching them for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And they've been going back and forth, and then they had the road blocked. There was girls driving certain cars, and guys and everything, and it was literally, one guy, he ran up the driveway, and the grassway in between my athlete's house and the other house, neighbor's house, and I heard him yelling something while he was brandishing the weapon, and then you heard pop, 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 pop.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate it, sir. I do have I have deputies headed out to that area now. I appreciate the call from you.
Do you need me to come out? Once they get here, I'll come out, but I don't feel like getting in the gunfight with somebody.
No, yeah, we definitely don't want that. We'll let them get there, make sure everything is safe and secure first, and then I'll give them your name and phone number if that's okay, and then they'll let you know, they'll give you a call.
We learned from the Forest Hills School District a teenager from Anderson High School was injured in last night's shooting that took place not too far from where I'm standing, and tonight there are many questions about who pulled the trigger.
Suspicious subjects and possible gunshots in the area.
Tonight, an investigation is underway into what happened on Ayers Road more than 24 hours ago. Deputies responded to a call of shots fired, and they found one teenager injured.
It's not something that we would have ever expected as neighbors.
Neighbors tell us several teens were playing dart wars, also known as Nerf wars. Then moments later, they reported hearing something sounding a lot like gunshots.
To fire rounds in the dark at teenagers that are playing a game is very scary. And it makes you really reevaluate if you would want your child to play in these Nerf wars, I guess.
That's when deputies arrived, taping off parts of Bengals running back Joe Mixon's home. Tonight, the Forest Hills School District confirmed to WLWT that the person injured was a student at Anderson High School. In a statement, administrators said the district has been in contact with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office regarding their investigation into this incident, which happened after school hours and off school property. Anderson High School's principal says the student is recovering at home. Neighbors are now reflecting on what happened last night.
While everything that happened, in my opinion, was wrong last night, you do need to be careful going into others' yards late at night. And I do think maybe there should be better parameters, but I also think that our teenagers should be allowed to be teenagers.
And deputies executed a search warrant of Mixon's home last night, gathering any evidence for this ongoing investigation. We have not received any information if anyone has been arrested in this case. We are expecting to hear more information in the coming days.
It's Jay Coffee on the vid, back with some news. A very, I guess we could say, bizarre story. So much still unclear here. A juvenile high school student shot. Seems to be okay from what everything indicates. Hopefully, he is. This is wild. It seems he was shot by a neighbor over a Nerf gun war. This story hit the headlines in a very major way as NFL star, plays for the Bengals, running back Joe Mixon's name was coming through the wire. You heard the 911 call in the beginning there. Reportedly, that call came from someone inside Joe Mixon's home. I don't know if it was Mixon himself. Comment and let me know if you guys think that it was, but reportedly you heard the neighbors and whatnot talking in the area. Some of the teenagers, they love to run around and just have these Nerf dart wars and have fun, and reportedly they roll around in their cars having the Nerf wars as well. Like you heard the one neighbor say, yo, obviously you got to be careful when you're running around the neighborhood brandishing weapons, even if they're not real weapons. Like, you still gotta be careful. But at the same time, she's like, I mean, come on, man. They're just trying to have fun. They ain't hurting no one. And it's wild, man. I remember some years back when it comes to Nerf guns, typically they're like bright orange. They're very toy-like looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, there is some guns, toy guns that is, that look very, very real. But the Nerf weapons typically look like toys. Like, to me at least, it's not hard to distinguish that fact at all. You let me know what you think in the comments below. But I was just going to say, I remember some years back, 3-4 years ago or so, I was living in some condos or whatever in Florida, and my son had a Nerf gun that was like a big giant orange Nerf gun, and he was shooting it at a place where we paid decent money to live. You know what I'm saying? He was shooting the Nerf gun at like a bush or something like that. And, they used to always be on some BS there. Motherfuckers would call in and complain about ish. And, the wife was at work and she called me like, babe, what's going on? They just called and said, our son is running around shooting a toy gun and someone's going to think it's real and try and lay him down. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm talking this like my 8-year-old son. Or he may have been 7 at the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm with him right now outside. And he's got a bright orange and blue Nerf gun. And, apparently the office, got this call from the neighbor. And I even went down there and they're like, sir, do you really think that's an appropriate toy? And I'm like, yo, it's a Nerf gun. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the world that we live in. You never know what could be the catalyst for some horrible disaster at the end of the day, I guess. You know what I mean? Again, comment and let me know your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, that's what it's all about over here, hearing from you guys, the people. We like to talk about, news stories, sports, music, current events, all kinds of ish. So please subscribe and join the discussion. But back to this developing story here, the 911 call coming from inside the Mixon home. Reportedly, the neighbors have said something about this particular neighbor before, threatening people about going in his yard. And then, you got the kids in the neighborhood running around, having fun, high school kids playing Nerf wars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not hurting no one. They're outside instead of sitting inside on some damn device or something like that. They're out getting exercise the old-fashioned way, having some fun. But reportedly, I guess they went into the backyard of this neighbor who be complaining. And reportedly, like 10 shots were fired and a high school student was shot. Now, as far as the Mixon home goes, I guess all this ish went down around 8:30 p.m. Monday night, as today is Wednesday. So not last night, the night before. And, the calls came in around 8:30 at around 1 a.m. So that would be Tuesday, very early in the morning. They were pounding at the door at the Mixon home and entered there and conducted some kind of search, came out. No one was arrested or anything like that. But I don't know, so much still unclear about the situation. All things point to that the high school student is okay. He's recovering, but like, damn, man, just what a crazy story. Could there be some arrests made? I don't know. You have to stay tuned for updates. That's what's wild when it comes to guns and protecting your property and home. I'm all for someone doing that, like, that's a part of every individual's right to protect themselves, their family, their property. But what do you guys think if someone does hop your fence and go in your backyard or whatever, and you see them back there with a bright orange Nerf gun or whatever the fuck it was, and they shoot the individual, and then say, oh, I thought it was someone breaking in. Like, I don't know, man. I just want to know everyone's thoughts on this. But that's really all we got for now. So stay tuned once again for updates. Join the discussion. Let's talk. It's Jay Coffee signing out. Thanks for watching. Sub up. Stay tuned. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.